In January 2025, Southern California was hit hard, devastating wildfires. They swept through the Pacific Palisades and Altadena, displacing over 9,000 homeowners, destroying entire communities, and forever changing our local real estate landscape. So while the fires were very tragic, they also triggered a massive ripple effect, especially here in the beach cities of the South Bay, Los Angeles. Today, I'm breaking down how the wildfire crisis drove unexpected demand and skyrocketing prices in our local markets here in Manhattan Beach and Hermosa Beach and Redondo Beach. Let's start with Manhattan Beach. Already one of the most competitive markets here in California, Manhattan Beach just saw a jaw-dropping 33.7% increase in median home prices year over year in Q1. That's a jump from $2.5 million in Q1 2024 to $3.35 this year. And it's not just prices. Closed sales rose 45% this quarter from 60 to 87 homes January through March. Why? Well, the wildfire fallout was a major part of it. Many people displaced from Palisades turned to Manhattan Beach, drawn to its coastal safety, its laid-back atmosphere, top schools, ocean view estates, and a huge bitchin' beach.
It's got huge tracts of land.
Combined with a strong stock market and low inventory, that's then, not now. This created a perfect storm for bidding wars, and the market just isn't bouncing back, it's booming. In the first quarter, 60% of the houses sold at or above asking price.
At this point, going to open houses requires you to show up with a suitcase full of cash and a bodyguard.
Your dad has a bodyguard.
And now here's Hermosa Beach, long considered the laid-back, slightly more affordable neighbor of Manhattan Beach. But not anymore. Hermosa Beach is having a glow-up moment.
A glow up?
Hermosa's Q1 median price jumped a record-breaking 41.6% from $2.05 million to $2.9 million, and that shattered all its previous all-time high by almost $400,000. Like Manhattan Beach, Hermosa Beach saw a lot of high-end buyers fleeing the fire zones, looking for homes now, not later. And Hermosa offered the sweet spot between lower density,
Wait, did you just call me dense?
beach charm, and better price per square foot than Manhattan Beach. Sales also rose 12.5%, which tells us it wasn't just a few lucky sales, it was a real trend. Hermosa Beach has had its moment, and it's having one now, and we may be just getting started.
I'm having a moment.
And then there's Redondo Beach. Prices barely budged, but sales, they went through the roof.
Through the roof.
It's a figure of speech.
So Redondo's like, you know, the reliable friend who always shows up, doesn't brag, and somehow still has all the best snacks.
They have great snacks! Wait, I thought that I was the reliable friend.
It's a different story here than the two neighboring beaches, but it's an important one. So the median prices here were basically flat, just up 0.6%, hovering around 1.6 million. But the big news, sales surged 44%. That's 136 homes sold in Q1 versus 94 last year. So why didn't prices rise as dramatically? Well, you know, the wildfire-driven luxury buyers weren't flocking here in the same way because Redondo's a couple miles further south, and you know, local everyday buyers, people looking for value, space, access to the beach, well, they showed up in a big way. So Redondo continues to be the South Bay's value play.
I could have been a contender.
And the sales volume proves it. Hey, do you want to know what your equity looks like after all this change? Drop a comment or reply back or text me. So what did 2025 wildfires change? They reshaped buyer demand, they redirected wealth from the hills to the coast, and they revealed how truly local our market is. You know, with each beach city responding in its own way. If you're a homeowner in the South Bay, this matters. And if you're looking to buy here now, well, you're not alone.
Dude, I am alone.
So whether you've been displaced by wildfires, you're downsizing, you're upsizing, or just Zillow-scrolling at 1 a.m., let's chat. I'm not saying that I'm your real estate therapist, but I do listen and occasionally nod meaningfully, you know, when you show me your Zestimate.
Stop. Zestimates are lies that are dividing our country.
I always thought Zestimates were all. Also, if you're wondering why celebrities are suddenly moving to Manhattan Beach, watch this video right in here.